For centuries, sailors told the same story. Something grabbed the ship, not a wave, not another vessel, something alive. The arms came first, thick, strong, silent. Men vanished, hulls cracked, and whatever attacked them never surfaced fully. It didn't need to. We called it a monster because we had no other word. But what if those stories were not exaggerations at all? What if sailors met animals designed for a depth humans were never meant to reach? Out on the open ocean, far from land, sailors saw only fragments. A ship would slow suddenly, as if caught on a reef that did not exist. Ropes would snap. Wood would groan. Then long, pale shapes would rise from the water, curl around the hull, and disappear just as quickly. No eyes, no body, just arms. Whatever attacked them stayed below the surface, where lantern light could not reach. Those encounters became legends. The Kraken, sea devils, monsters of the deep. But legends have a habit of forming when humans see something real, briefly, and without context. In the case of squid, the context was depth. Near the surface, squid look nothing like monsters. They are fast, soft-bodied animals with thin skin and delicate fins. Many species panic when exposed to bright light. They dart away from boats, they flash color, they release clouds of ink and flee. To human eyes, they look nervous, almost fragile. That is because the surface is not where squid are strongest. Most squid species spend their lives far below the reach of sunlight in the deep, scattering layers of the ocean. Some rise at night and sink again by day, following prey through darkness. Others remain deep at all times. As depth increases, light fades, colors vanish, and pressure climbs. For humans, this is a hostile world. For squid, it is home. As squid descend, the ocean removes their weaknesses one by one. Vision no longer depends on color, only contrast. Squid eyes grow enormous, some of the largest in the animal kingdom relative to body size. The eyes of giant squid can be more than 25 centimeters across, built to collect the smallest traces of light. In darkness, these eyes do not search for shapes. They search for movement. Pressure does not crush squid the way it would crush a human. Their bodies contain no rigid bones and very little trapped gas. Instead of resisting pressure, they yield to it. Muscles become denser, movements become controlled and efficient. In cold water, squid burn energy more slowly, allowing them to remain alert without tiring. Even their ink changes purpose. Near the surface, ink creates a dark cloud to hide behind. In deep water, where there is no light, ink acts more like a signal jammer. It confuses predators that hunt by movement or vibration, buying the squid time to reposition its arms. At depths of several hundred meters, squid stop behaving like fleeing animals and start behaving like ambush predators. Arms spread wide. Suckers grip, rock, prey, or passing animals with surprising force. In some species, those suckers are lined with hardened rings or sharp hooks, capable of tearing skin and leaving circular scars. These marks have been found on whales, proof that the struggle happens far below the surface. The deeper squid go, the less they rely on speed, and the more they rely on control. They do not chase blindly. They wait. They sense pressure waves. They detect movement through water itself. When something large passes close enough, arms strike outward, not to kill immediately, but to grab. This is where the old stories begin to make sense. A wooden ship drifting at night creates vibrations. Its hull pushes water aside. Its ropes hum. To a deep-dwelling squid, it is not a vessel. It is a moving object entering a space where few large things belong. When arms rise from below, sailors see only the parts that breach the surface. The rest of the animal remains hidden, anchored in darkness. The surface encounter is brief, confusing, terrifying. Survivors describe only what they saw: arms, suction, damage. They never see the full animal because the animal never comes up. It does not need to. As depth increases, squid do not become mythical. They become specialized, better adapted, more dangerous. And the versions humans encountered were likely not the largest, nor the strongest, nor the most extreme. Those live deeper still, where sunlight has never reached and where human stories stop. The squid that frightened sailors were only the edge of a much larger world. Below the depths that wooden ships could reach, squid stop behaving like nervous prey and start behaving like something else entirely. Deeper than 1,000 meters, the ocean becomes a place without reference points. No horizon, no surface glow, just pressure and darkness. In this zone, squid are no longer small, fast animals that rely on escape. They are built to hold their ground. Here live the giant squid, animals that can grow more than 13 meters long. Their bodies are thicker, heavier, and marked with scars. Their arms are lined with powerful suckers, each one rimmed with hardened rings or hooks. These are not decorations. They are gripping tools. When a giant squid closes its arms, it does not let go easily. Video evidence of these animals is rare, but when it exists, it is unsettling. Footage from deep-sea submersibles shows massive arms drifting into view before the body appears, moving slowly, but with intent. The animal does not rush. It does not panic. It approaches as if it knows nothing down here can outrun it for long. Even deeper still, beyond 2,000 meters, lives the colossal squid. This is not just a larger version of the giant squid. It is heavier, denser, and more heavily armed. Colossal squid can weigh over 500 kilograms. Their eyes rival the size of a human head. Their tentacles are tipped with rotating hooks that lock into flesh and resist being pulled free. Unlike fast surface squid, colossal squid are ambush predators. They do not chase. They wait in the cold, nearly freezing water, conserving energy. When something large moves close enough, the arms strike outward in a sudden burst of force. This is not a kill shot. It is a grab. The scars on sperm whales tell the rest of the story. Perfectly round marks, some as wide as dinner plates, have been found across whale heads and bodies. These scars match the suckers of giant and colossal squid exactly. Whales survive these encounters because they are massive, thick-skinned, and powerful enough to tear themselves free. Smaller animals would not be so lucky. Humans would not be lucky at all. At these depths, a diver would already be blind, slowed by cold and struggling against pressure. A submersible would move carefully, lights cutting thin tunnels through the dark. A squid does not need to see those lights. It feels the vibration. It senses the movement of water displaced by metal. By the time the arms appear on camera, the animal is already close. This is why squid do not need to surface to become dangerous. Their strength is not speed, it is control. They grab, anchor, and pull prey into a space where escape becomes impossible. For a long time, humans believed squid were weak because they collapse when brought to the surface. Their bodies sag, their movements slow. But that weakness is an illusion created by pressure loss. In their world, at depth, pressure supports their mass. Muscles work efficiently. Arms do not tire quickly. Cold water prevents overheating during long struggles. Even death works differently down here. When a squid releases ink in the deep, it does not hide behind it. There is no light, to block. Instead, the ink disrupts movement patterns, confusing animals that hunt by sensing water flow. In total darkness, chaos is often enough. This is why the old stories never described full creatures. Sailors saw arms because arms were all that reached the surface. The body stayed below, anchored in a place humans could not see or survive. The ship was not attacked by a monster. It brushed against a predator in its strongest environment. Modern cameras have only scratched the surface of this world. We have filmed fragments, a passing arm, a drifting eye, a hooked tentacle closing around a baited line. Much of the behavior remains unseen because the deepest squid live where cameras fail and pressure destroys equipment.